This is the sports betting top picks and plays for the National Hockey League edition, the NHL. This is Abby. Wednesday, March the 5th. We're just here to discuss and go over with you some plays. This is oddslogic.com. They have all the latest odds for the totals, over-unders, the puck line, money line plays. That's oddslogic.com. So we have 5 games on tap. First game will be Ottawa at Chicago. This one is -6 Chicago, the total. And it's at 210 right now. We're still seeing sixes across the board, mainly sixes for Ottawa, Chicago. You're even seeing a 6.5. So for this game here, we're going to look into this further and see where the public's at. Public versus the Sharps. We'll look at this one here. Ottawa at Chicago. Take a quick look at this. Just give it some time it should come up. Okay, so you see public's on Ottawa. Everybody's on Ottawa in this game. And the public is on the under. They're on the under 6. So that's where that's at. That's Ottawa, Chicago. Let's look at the matchup here. Head to head. This is the first meeting of the season between these two teams. Ottawa 4-5-1 last 10 games, 9-1 to the over. Ottawa 1-4 last 5 games, and are 4-1 to the over. Ottawa. Chicago 3-5-1-1 last 10 games, 7-1-2 to the over. 4-1 to the over. But the last 3 meetings have gone under. I guess that's why they like the under. And I agree with the public. I like the under 6 goals. Ottawa and Chicago for hockey. I agree with the public here. For the side, I don't have a play on the side. I would lean to Ottawa. The obvious lean is Ottawa for the money line. I would take the Ottawa on the money line, but I like the under 6 more, under 6 goals more. Next game we have, let's see. Next game is going to be Washington. So yeah, Washington at the Rangers. That'll be the next game. Washington at the Rangers. Washington opened up they open up on the road as an underdog. The Rangers at home, total 6. We're now seeing it at 6. It's still at 6. Hasn't really moved. And the Rangers were an underdog, and now all of a sudden Washington's favored in this game. Washington's the favorite, so it's flipped over. We'll look at where the public's at in this one. We'll take a look. They're on the Rangers. Everybody's on the Rangers, and everybody's on the over. So look at this one here. Let's see. So this game here, they played twice. First game was in Washington. Washington won 5-3 at home, over 6 goals. Second game in Washington. Washington the first game were an underdog. Second game they're favored. And they won 7-4, over 6 goals. The third game, we'll look into that further, but Washington right now 5-3-1-1 last 10 games. Washington is 2-3 last 5 games. For the over-under, they are 3-2 to the over. Washington. Rangers 7-3 last 10, 4-5-1 to the under. Rangers have won 2 straight. They're 4-1 last 5 games and are 2-3 to the under. Yeah, I like the Rangers on the puck line. Rangers should be on the puck line. It wouldn't surprise me if they won the game. But I like Rangers on the puck line. I like the over 6 goals. If you get at 5.5, even better. But I like the over and the Rangers on the puck line. That's how I see that game. Next game we're going to look at here. It's going to be Toronto at Vegas. Toronto at Las Vegas. So Toronto at Vegas. This one here opened up Toronto at 6. Total 6 for at the Toronto game. And Vegas favored. Has not moved, still at 6. Hasn't really moved. We'll look into this game further. Vegas obviously favored at home. They're very good at home. And I would say the under in this one. Actually, they got the over. Everybody's got the over in this game. Let's look into that further. But Vegas is very good. They're a very good home team. I know that for a fact. They're very good at home. Let's see. Look at this one here. Yeah, they've already played once. They played in Toronto once. Leafs won 3-0. They were favored. It was under 6 goals. Yep, it was under 6. They play again. 8-1-1 last 10 games. 6-4 to the over. Leafs are 4-1 last 5 games. And are, let's see, 3-2 to the over. Vegas 5-3-2 last 10 games. 4-5-1 to the under. Vegas has won 2 straight games. They're 4-1 last 5 games. And they are 3-2 to the over. So both teams are playing to the over. I like. Let me look at this game here. I know the Leafs beat them the first meeting. The first time they beat them 3-0 in Toronto. But I like Vegas here. I'm gonna go with Las Vegas. I like Vegas here on the money line. I like Vegas on the money line to keep their winning streak going, to make it 3 straight wins. I do like Vegas at home. Like I said, they're a very good home team. They play very well at home. The total I'm not sure about, but I like Vegas to win. I like him to win the game. Vegas is very good at home. Their last home loss was against Columbus 2-1 in overtime. That was their last home loss. Since then, they've won 3 home games in a row. So they're starting to pick it up right now. Vegas is starting to pick it up. And I like Vegas here on the money line. I'm going to take them in this game. No play on the side, just Vegas to win the game. I agree with the public. I like Vegas. I agree with the public. Next game I'm going to go with here. St. Louis at LA. The total here is at 5.5. LA's favored. Still at 5.5. Hasn't really moved. It's still the same. It has not done anything. Still 5.5. So we'll look into this further. LA favored, as you can see. Hope you can see that. LA favored. And they're getting the public money. And the under is getting the public money. It was over at first. Now the under is picking up. Let's look at this one here. That's Vegas. That's the the LA Kings. Let's see. St. Louis and LA. Let's look at that one. This one here, head to head. They've already played in St. Louis about 4 days ago. 4-1 St. Louis. It was under 5.5 goals. But St. Louis did win at home. They've gone under. The last 2 meetings have gone under in St. Louis. This is mainly for the most part, it's been an under series for the most part. So look at the overall. We'll look at overall. St. Louis 6-2-1-1 last 10 games, 5-5 to the over/under. St. Louis on a 5-game road trip. This is the second of a 5-game road trip. Lost the first game. They're 4-1 last 5. St. Louis 3-2 last 5 games to the over. LA 5-3-1-1 last 10 games, 7-3 to the over. LA's lost 4 straight games. They're 1-4 last 5 games, and are 3-2 to the over. So both teams right now are playing to the over. Man, let me look at this one. At least lost 4 in a row. Let's look at this game here. I'm gonna look at the let's see. I'm gonna take St. Louis on the puck line. St. Louis plus 1.5 goals. That's the way I'm gonna play that game. Plus 1.5 St. Louis on the puck line. I like St. Louis here. Plus 1.5 goals. I have no play on the total or the side. Just St. Louis plus 1.5 on the puck line. And the last game we're gonna do is Anaheim at Vancouver. That's the final game. 5.5 is the total. 5.5 is the total. Vancouver favored. It's gone up to 6. So it's gone to 6, up to 6. Anaheim, Vancouver. So we'll look here. Let's see. Anaheim getting out the money. They won last night. They're on a back-to-back. Vancouver got the money. Then Anaheim's getting it. And the under is the play. It looks like everybody's on the under. We're seeing it. Let me see. Everybody's on the under. Under 6. Okay, so we'll look into this game further. Let's see here. Final game to look at. So Anaheim, Vancouver, Anaheim on a back-to-back. They've already played twice already. First meeting was the first 2 meetings were in Anaheim. Vancouver won 5-1. It was a push at 6. Right on 6. Second game, February 27th in Anaheim. Anaheim won 5-2, and it went over the total. The third game, let's look here. Anaheim 6-3-1 last 10 games. 4-6 to the under. Anaheim 2-3 last 5 games, and 4-1 to the over. Anaheim. Vancouver, they're off a 5-game road trip. They're basically 1-4 in the last 5 games. First game back off a road trip. So 1-4 last 5 games. Vancouver 2-3 to the under. So Vancouver's a mess. Anaheim on a back-to-back. The series is even 1-1 in Vancouver. Let me take a look here. Might look at it. Let's see. Let me look at the team totals for this one. I'm gonna look at. I have to look at Vancouver under 3.5 goals. The last time Vancouver scored 4 goals, they have not scored 4 goals. Oh man! Looks like in the past 4 weeks they haven't scored over 4 goals. They've been keeping it under 3 goals. 3 goals. They have not scored over 3 goals like in over a month. So I like Vancouver team total under 3.5 goals. I like that one. I know Vancouver scored 5 goals in their last meeting. They scored 5 in the last game, and then they scored 2. This is so far in the head-to-head matchup. Vancouver scored 5 goals against Anaheim. That was the first meeting in Anaheim. Second meeting they played in Anaheim, they scored 2 goals. I'm gonna take Vancouver team total under 3.5 goals. I don't trust Vancouver to score over 5. I don't see them scoring over 5 goals. So I like Vancouver, Anaheim under the team total. So Vancouver team total, under 3.5 goals. I like that one. I don't see any other way to play it. That's the way I'm going to be playing it. That's how I look at that game. So hockey edition of this episode. My name's Abby. Whether you feed or follow these picks, it's up to you. Um, I just look at the games and see how, and if I like what I see, I just choose what I feel at that moment that I like. I hope you still cash your tickets, whether you feed or follow. I hope you cash. I hope you hit a big winner tonight in the National Hockey League. Good luck to you guys out there. Hit the like and subscribe button for more picks and plays, whether you feed or follow. Just hit the like and subscribe. Good luck to everybody out there. Stay true to yourself, stay blessed, stay humble, believe in yourself, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, peace.